First of all, we've never stolen a fucking thing. Our popularity came out of nowhere, so obviously people are gonna question that, you know. To say we took something that somewhat sounds like something else and call that stealing is, to me, being the writer, it's the biggest slap in the face.
Brandon Martseller, better known as Oscar Wylde, was born on September 25th, 1984, which will mean he's currently 40 years old. When he was younger, he started being a drummer for tour musicians, filling out for artists across the world. So before he was famous, he already knew what it was like to tour, and also he knew how the music industry works. Before Oscar was a touring DJ, he would actually become very famous on Vine. Vine was a popular app created in the year 2012 where users would post 6-second clips of whatever content they wanted to post, in which you could share on any other social media platform. He would go viral dropping trap edits of his music, in which he grew a very big fan base, mostly being women. With this Vine page going viral, it actually helped his SoundCloud page grow significantly. In fact, his SoundCloud page grew more than 650,000 followers in the year 2015, making him one of the biggest EDM artists in the game. But before he would even get to that point, he would link with his close friend and group buddy Vegas Banger. Jeff Seville, better known as Vegas Banger, was born in San Antonio, Texas. He was influenced by his older brother, who was a DJ, in which him and his brother used to go to record stores together as well as go to raves. Banger didn't start DJing until he turned the age 21, but he always used turntables in his house that he would only use just to listen to music. You would think that Oscar is the one that had the connections in the group because he had the bigger name, but that's not exactly accurate. Vegas Banger was already a poppin' local DJ performing at Palms in Vegas, in which he was already in cahoots with big name DJs that he's met because there was a point in time where he was living in LA. He used to live with drum and bass producers, in which they would introduce him to popular artists like Bro Safari, Twisted Individual, 12th Planet, Crisley, and more. Being that Vegas Banger was well connected in the industry, knowing these artists and their managers definitely helped them get their foot in the door to start becoming touring DJs. Oscar and Vegas Banger began linking together because Oscar would send Vegas Banger tracks to play at his residency, and the first night he played it, Oscar actually showed up at the exact moment he started playing the track, which is the most craziest thing ever. After that moment in the year 2013, Vegas Banger taught Oscar how to DJ and Oscar taught him how to produce. So from the looks of it, it seems like they both needed each other to get to where they wanted to go, which made it very cohesive for them to work with each other. They were already friends before the group even started, so the brotherhood was already there, which made it more comfortable for them to do business together. The duo will make their big break in the industry with their remix to Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, which gained close to 1 billion streams, making them one of the biggest EDM duos on the scene at that time. They were already in a group text with a lot of big name DJs around that time as well, in which their song caught the eyes of none other than Steve Aoki. We all know Steve Aoki for not only being the most impactful artist of all time, but he's also the only DJ in the game that cakes his fans at every show, leaving the most memorable moment of their lives. Steve Aoki signed the duo to DMAC in 2014, which made the duo blow up even more. Once their team got established, the duo was selling out all venues all around the US. It might have been easy for Steve Aoki to sign Caked Up because his brand alone is caking fans. Hey, I guess the world would never know. While they were touring, they were still dropping hit songs like the remix to Hot Nigga. By the way, I'm black, so I can say that. Thirsty featuring Mo Green, Zigzag featuring the Spice Girls, Gas Pedal, and the list goes on. Not only were they selling out all venues on their tour, they would also get booked for some of the most popular lineups like Tomorrow World, Life in Color, Somerset, Foam Wonderland, and more. It's fair to say that Caked Up took over the EDM scene with their twerk and trap anthems, making fans scream from the top of their lungs at every show that they performed at, and even selling out all their merch on every single tour date. They're one of the few touring DJs that had a huge girl fan base, because all you would see at their shows were the baddest of the baddest chicks you would ever see in your life. Trust me, I've seen it with my own eyes. The best festival that the duo ever performed at was Tomorrowworld, because they got to hang out and become friends with the biggest EDM DJs in the world, like Martin Garrix, Dubs, Carnage, DJ Snake, and even popular rap artist Waka Flocka. Just to be able to have so many successful people in one setting was so surreal to them. Yeah, it's cool to do your own thing and tour. When you're done, go to the hotel and pass out. But at festivals, that's when you really get the chance to know each other, hang out, shoot the shit, and become really good friends with your favorite artist. Oscar even said it himself that they would prepare themselves for festivals, knowing that they will have to step until like 5:30 a.m. in the morning, kicking it with the homies type shit. Oscar Wylde and Vegas Banger were living their dreams beyond measures, touring the world, creating hit songs, and also becoming friends with their idols. You would think that because of how big they were, they would have longevity in the industry and become OGs in the game, until an unfortunate situation happened that turned their careers upside down. November 17th, 2014, Caked Up will be accused of stealing the drop from Jackal's song Chinchilla and posted it as their own as a bootleg to OT Genesis' song Coco. If you listen to the song, both of them have the same drop.
Chinchilla.
Baking soda, I got baking soda.
If you think that's bad, they would get accused again of doing the same exact thing in January of 2015, of stealing Loud Pack and Gladiator's tune called Tony and making their own remix of Race Murder's song No Type, in which you could clearly hear the songs are very much the same. It's clear as day as the song was clearly stolen, but Oscar would go on rants on social media claiming that he put his heart and soul into his music and that he would never steal anything from anyone. I feel like Oscar failed to realize there's a difference in between sampling and taking someone else's music. Claiming that you're in the studio busting your ass but copy and pasting samples, claiming that it's yours, is pure laziness and to a sense stealing, because you didn't really make your own twist into it. The reason we can't come at Vegas Banger is because he wasn't the one that was producing, well, so-called producing, because it was Oscar. Banger was just going along for the ride, especially because he was the one who taught Oscar how to DJ. The duo would then get a lot of backlash on social media from fans calling them thieves, losers, faked up, and the list goes on. As much as the duo try to defend themselves, their names will become tainted, especially after EDM blog sites would tell promoters not to book them. Oscar would then start getting mad at the world, saying he didn't steal anything, and it got to the point where he started turning on his right-hand man, Vegas Banger. Late 2015, Banger would then leave the group and do his own thing solo, in which he actually did really good for himself. You have to remember, he was already tapped in the industry before Caked Up even started, so that gave him a little bit of leeway for 2 years until he started a duo with his wife Lauren, and they called the group Cotton Candy, in which the duo were actually killing shit, packing up venues all around the world, with also dropping fire tunes as well. Oscar was still touring for a couple years as a solo artist. Regardless of the accusations, he was still getting bookers for a little while, even being part of popular festivals in the year 2016. April 20th, 2018, Oscar would announce a new member to the group Caked Up, who went by the name of Skaggs. The duo would only do a few shows together until they stopped getting bookings. From the looks of it, Skaggs is in a rock band called Outline and Color, in which it seems like he's really enjoying what he's doing. Even though Oscar and Vegas Banger are no longer a duo, the two would make up and still are friends to this day. I'm glad that they were able to put their differences aside and work things out like adults are supposed to do. Oscar is now a loving father to his son, and he also still makes music, in which he posts a lot of his content on his TikTok page, so make sure you guys go give it a follow. Vegas Banger would give up his music career to start a catering business with his wife, in which they're doing very, very well. Regardless of how their story ended as Caked Up, the two are still alive and living very happy lives doing what they love to do, so at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. If you like the content on this video, I'm going to need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Tev the Artist Go the Hardest, GTH, you already know the score. Ski!